Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ranked. Yes, this is still a thing. I know I haven't been putting this video off and just not wanting to commentate on it because the ranked servers are completely dead on Xbox. I guess that's my own fault for not sweating ranked at the start of the game's life cycle, but luckily we managed to get I think at least 8 races in. This race currently was taken back in, gosh, must be 4 months ago now, 4 or 5 months ago. That's how long I've had to wait to get a ranked video out. It's pretty insane. I guess that obviously he doesn't want to put people with it, he doesn't want to put me at this point, which I'm A safety rating and gold 2, with someone that isn't the same speed. But whatever, that's Codemaster's problem. Well, it's my problem really. It's just Codemasters not accepting that some people might want to start ranked later when they get more settled into the game. But anyway, we're here for the first race, Bahrain, the full layout, and we qualified on pole. Mr. Flappy behind us is pretty slow. This is usually how ranked goes. There's one or two other people in the lobby, and I very rarely get a good fight with them. And as we come on to lap 4 here, we're going to be setting the fastest lap of the race. We've managed to pull 6 seconds in the space of 4 laps. We do a 27.6, and yeah, that was the race pretty much. As come on to lap 5 now, the gap is extended to 15 seconds because he made a mistake or he just left. And yeah, so that was that race, which was fun, I guess. Got to drive around Bahrain for 5 laps. We've nearly promoted our safety rating, so hopefully when we get that, we can potentially have a bit more, a larger lobby maybe, or be a bit more active with ranked. Currently I've only got 1 race for episode 8 of ranked, so it's going well. Yeah, I probably should have done this a lot earlier in the game. Anyway, second race was in Russia. Qualifying was where we got pole, because the other driver invalidated or he retired. And as we start the race, it's in dry conditions. The guy behind us, TRSL. Okay, so it's not a TSRL gamer. He gets a pretty poor launch and doesn't decide to challenge going into turn 2 or the actual first proper corner. And yeah, as for over a second up, that's how it went. I really don't know how to commentate over these videos. I might consider doing live streams for them because nothing happens. The guy DNF'd, but he DNF'd after lap 1 because he had lost 3 seconds in the first couple of sectors and just thought, whatever. Which is, you may think it's an ego boost in a way, because oh, he's too quick, so I'm going to retire and not race. But it is more frustrating. I would rather lose but have a really good battle than just have someone retire and then have to drive around on my own for 5 laps. But anyway, we're actually going to get some good battling here for the final 3 races. Scruffy Wall is a very good driver. He was very quick. So starting the Spanish Grand Prix, 3rd race of the video. We get a pretty decent start. We did invalidate qualifying. Maybe a sneaky tactic by me there to get more points in the rankings. As we've also got I'm just going to call them Extreme. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Could we just have simple Xbox names, please? It's not hard. And the one thing that I have a massive gripe about, is we're just battling away with this guy trying to look for an opening, staying well away from his car as well, because he does have the red internet bars of death, and that usually means they will get sent into a barrier at some point. We're obviously going to save ERS. We're not just going to splurge it all in the first 2 laps, especially around Spain. But yes, to all the people that have a numbers and uppercase and lowercase letters because they think that's funny in their name, it really isn't. Alright, just make a simple name for all of us, please, and for our sanity, as this guy is passing him some kind of chore. That wasn't an intentional flick. We got on the curb and we had a snap of oversteer, but I really wasn't overly worried about that. Because this guy was just, I don't know. I think he was playing. Gem Dirt or something. Or Burnout Paradise was probably a closer game to what he was trying to do to me there. Fantastic game. Might do a video on that. Don't know. Anyway, we cut on to the final lap now. We've caught up to Scruffy Wall, who has used all of his ERS, and we're going to fly past him here on the main straight. And we're going to try and hold it around the outside. His car is still there, so we leave him a little bit of space on the inside, but unfortunately, he does lose it on his own. So that kind of sucks for him. But luckily, he keeps going. So too does, well, Extreme DNFs, but he does stay in the lobby. So we're actually going to get another race with these guys. I know, it's new. But yeah, I left him enough space and he just lost it on the curb, I think. And I know that because I didn't get an angry message afterwards. Or it was just like, I don't know. Anyway, he stays, so I guess he, you know, if there was contact, he didn't see anything wrong with it. And it was just a racing incident. As we get promoted to an S safety rating, which is nice. So that's the safety rating part of it. We just need to actually get to master rank now. As we cut on to Hungary, round 4 in the wets. Once again, we get pole because wet conditions for me is like, I don't know, maybe what iconic duo sort of thing. Anyway, getting sidetracked here. Unfortunately, Extreme left after that race, but we do have McReynolds in. Maybe a relative of Ryan Reynolds, probably not. Anyway, we get a pretty decent start. Once again, the race in the dry, and we're going to go into turn 1. We leave space on the inside. Should have probably covered off a bit more, but I did want to favour the more flowing run around the outside. We're not going to burn ERS down this second straight. Obviously, Hungary is even more important to save ERS than Spain, and we know how eager Scruffy Wall was there. We are running quite a good setup around here. 6-11 wings as McReynolds is going to go around our outside. We decided to let him go. His overspeed was just far too greater than ours, and we're going to hopefully, he's going to put some pressure on Scruffy Wall at some point. As we come to the end of lap 1, well, last sector of lap 1, McReynolds is either really out of ERS or he just got a really poor, I think it's a bit of both actually, but we get to see the inside of him in the third to last corner, and that's him pretty much disposed of if he's out of ERS by the end of the first lap, so he shouldn't be a worry for the rest of this race. Now we've just got to catch up to Scruffy Wall and try not to butcher his commentary anymore. And we're coming to start the final lap in a couple of corners. McReynolds drops back massively. He must have had an incident for what I can remember. But we're going to try and get Scruffy on this straight. We've got 60% ERS, so that's well enough for the remaining important straights in this race. And as he's out of ERS, we're going to try for a move up the inside here. We do a really late lunge. I'm very good at this corner with the braking, so we use that to our advantage, but he gets the undercut, or the cut back on us. But we're going to hold the inside for the next corner, so we're going to dive it in a little bit deep. We make a little bit of contact, but we decide to leave him a little bit of room on exit, but he actually tags our rear end, and I don't know what that was there. This game, I don't know what happened there. He went either over my car or through my car, but the fact I didn't get any damage from that or retire is just a miracle in of itself. So, I mean, I was quite annoyed that there was contact there to that extent, but I left him room. That's his problem for running wide. Maybe a bit of karma for me running wide at turn 3. But I wasn't annoyed at that incident because it was just funny, really. But unfortunately, we are going to get second. We were actually closing up massively during this last part. Like we're very good in the final sector, I think. And as you can see, yeah, we're just always closing, but there's not enough laps left in the race. So unfortunately, it's going to be P2 for this one. So RIP to that winning streak, I guess. I mean, we would have won that race if there hadn't been contact, but that's just an unfortunate incident. But we're still going to improve on master rank, I believe, or at least get closer to it. And we got fastest lap as well, so I'm not overly worried about that. We cut on to the final race of the video. It's the Dutch Grand Prix, and I believe we get pole position for that as well. Oh no, we get second for that. God, that sounds so arrogant saying that. I thought I got pole. I don't know what the times was. Anyway, McReynolds got pole, so that's a change of person starting at the front. So hopefully this should be a good battle, as he seems quite quick around this track. And it's slow start and away we go. We're going to obviously not burn ERS off the start, as once again we're getting all of the tracks that require massive ERS management. And Scruffy seemed decent at it last race. Maybe being a bit more conservative than in Spain. But McReynolds, I don't really think is going to be a problem in terms of ERS, so we're going to save that. Even if we lose positions and we're third going on to the last lap, but we've got 100% ERS, I'm going to be happy, you know. I'd rather have the ERS advantage than the track advantage, the position advantage. See, McReynolds has already used 50% of his ERS on the first lap to literally gain no positions. Just Scruffy Wall's going up our inside here, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact. We get a warning for exceeding track limits for having a good wheel-to-wheel battle, because Codemaster's logic is like 4 parallel universes ahead of like Stephen fucking Hawking, but whatever. Anyway, we can't start form. Both of these gamers are out of ERS already, so we're going to go up the inside of McReynolds here. Pretty close to tagging the back of his car there. We're not going to be able to get Scruffy Wall in turn 1, but there is 2 more laps left to go, or well, 1 more overtaking opportunity, which is going to be down the main straight. We obviously, you know, we've got 80% ERS and he's got 10, so we all know how this is going to go. McReynolds has fallen back as well with the low ERS and probably should look lack of pace. And we set the fastest lap. We're going to go up the inside, and yeah, pretty done deal move there. It was obvious from where that was, you know, how it was going. Even if we hadn't got past there was still the run to the line, which we should have got him at, but it's not going to matter as. Yeah, we hold position and we come to the end of the lap. We are going to set the fastest lap of the race, I believe, a 1 minute 10.2. So 1.7 seconds faster than our previous best, and yeah, we pulled 2 seconds over Scruffy Wall in that lap just because the ERS advantage alone. So yeah, overall a pretty successful video. Only losing 1 race because of, you know, a funny incident, but yeah, I'd say definitely very successful. Now we've got to hope that more people join. We see we're currently at 2,385